My name is Marcia, and I have lost 100 pounds. I've gained a lot of new followers lately, and many of you have come from watching some of my YouTube shorts. Some have even come from other places like TikTok or Facebook. And the many of you have already seen a lot of those short videos, short form videos where I have shared some of my non-scale victories. And I try to celebrate those as often as I can. So for instance, one of those that I shared was a video where I showed fitting into a chair that has arms on it, and not only being able to fit into that chair, but being able to look down and see between my legs. I could see the actual seat of the chair. Another one is if you've ever been somewhere and had to sit in one of those chairs that has a desk attached to them, you know, that tray that comes around the front. I shared one of these short videos where I showed myself petrified as I walked into the room and saw a bunch of these desks. But then my elation when not only did I fit in the chair, there was room for more movement as well. Some other non-scale victories that I've celebrated recently are not just the ability to reach down and tie my own shoes, but also being able to cross my legs. That's something I haven't been able to do in many years. I now fit into those one size fits all bathrobes that don't really fit one size fits all. And then also one of my most recent ones that literally brought me to tears when I shared it, was being able to walk into a clothing store and go to the women's section, not women's plus, the regular women's size section, and pull a pair of jeans off the shelf and put them on and fit. I didn't have to lay down to zip them up. You know, some of us have laid down to try and squeeze into a pair of jeans. No, they fit right off the shelf. It's just mind-blowing to me, the changes I've seen in my body over the last year. And like I said, I always try to celebrate those non-scale victories, and I celebrate them with all of you. And I also think it's important to celebrate the scale too. And that's what this video is about. I get a lot of people that ask me how I've done it. Did I have weight loss surgery? Am I doing any sort of drugs or whatever to supplement the weight loss? Which, no, I'm not. I have not had weight loss surgery. I'm not taking any sort of injection like Mounjaro or Ozempic or anything like that. And not that there's anything wrong with those methods to help people lose weight. I did look into them. I considered those options. I just chose not to go that route. Losing weight is hard. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you've had weight loss surgery or if you're on some sort of injection or medication to help you lose weight. It's freaking hard. So to anyone who's made the commitment, whether you're using something like that or you're doing the way I've done it and been doing it through natural means, congratulations to you for that commitment, because it's hard. I'm proud of you for making that commitment to yourself and realizing that you are worth it. So back in February, I went to a real estate conference. Many of you know that by day, I am a real estate agent. That is my full-time career. And we went to a real estate conference in February. So these photos that I'm sharing with you now, these are from me at that conference. These red pants that I'm wearing, they were skin tight on me, and you can see just how far the size of my rear end is pulling them up off the floor. And this top is so tight on my breasts that you can see the white threads through the shirt, just because it's pulling so tight across my chest. So these pants, which were a size 26, I was actually busting out of them. Like literally, they didn't fit on my body anymore. They were really the only pants I had left that fit me at the time. And that top is, yeah, I kept these specifically to share in these types of updates moving forward, and this is what these clothes look like on me now. It's mind blowing. Mind blowing. One thing I never thought I would share with people is 360 views of my body. So I took some video of myself, and in fact, I took those videos on my HDR camera, and I've kept them on a separate, storage card, because I didn't want these to be accessible to anybody if they didn't have this card in their hand. That's how stressed out I was about taking before and after photos of this journey. But I encourage you, if you are thinking about it, if you want to go on a journey, even if you've recently started and you're just now starting to see changes, take some photos, take some video of yourself so that you can look at the side-by-side comparison. Because while this video is to celebrate the victory on the scale for me of actually reaching that 100 pounds lost, those changes that you can see in your body, you won't always be able to see them yourself. So if you take those photos or take some video so that you can compare side by side, you will be blown away by the changes that you see in your body, even on the days that you're not seeing the change on the scale. So do it. Take those photos, take those videos, do it. It's worth it. So with all the new followers I've gained across all of my social media platforms, I think the most common questions I get is, do you track calories, and what meal plan are you on? And I want to answer both of those for you. The meal plan that I've been following since March is keto. Low carb meal plan, but predominantly keto. If I go out to eat, then I might have some potatoes, obviously, which are not keto. When I'm on vacation, I might eat some things that I wouldn't eat at home, which are not keto. But when I'm home, my goal is keto. Now, because I do eat the carbs, I can't say that I'm strict keto. I would actually say that I'm more technically keto. So if you follow the Keto Twins, that's their thing, is that they're technically keto. So there might be times where I might eat things that are off plan for me, and that's okay. My goal, because of my food addiction, is to actually stay away from those foods that are triggers to me, things that have always caused me to binge eat. So for that, I've been wildly successful. And I think being able to do that has been one of my biggest successes. One, it allows me to have the things that I like or enjoy while I'm on vacation, or if I'm out with friends or whatever, but then instantly get back right on track because I'm still not eating those trigger foods. But then also, I don't feel deprived of anything ever. So I'm not always in nutritional ketosis, so I might not always be. However, the significantly lower carbs compared to the way I used to eat has been the number one key to my success. Actually, removing the breads and pasta is the number one key to my success, period. And the next question, do I track calories? Yes. Not only do I track calories of what I eat, I also track calories of what I burn. My goal is to be in a 1,000 calorie deficit every day. So that doesn't mean that I limit myself and that I only eat 1,600 calories. The good news is if I burn a total based on my total daily energy expenditure, so my TDEE, that would be my metabolic resting rate plus my energy burn for the day. So the total amount of calories I would burn. If my calorie burn is 3,200 calories for the day, so I burn that many calories, then I allow myself to eat up to 2,200 calories so that I can keep that 1,000 calorie deficit. So it's not that I limit myself to a maximum number of calories every day. I personally believe that my ability to stay in that 1,000 calorie deficit has allowed me to not get to a plateau in the sense that I'm stuck. I've consistently lost weight for 9 months. There might be a week or two here and there that my weight kind of fluctuates, usually about 5 pounds or so. And that's predominantly because of my lymphedema. It doesn't have anything to do with the actual number on the scale. It has to do with the fluids in my body and my body's inability to get rid of those fluids. So my goal when I track my calories is to always keep it changing. It might seem a little more work for some people, but I've got it pretty dialed in. My watch does a really good job of telling me what my actual burn is for the day. My biggest mistakes have come if my watch has died and I have no idea. So I forgot to charge it for whatever reason, or forgot to put it on after I took a shower. That's happened, but for the most part, my goal is to have a 1,000 calorie deficit. I don't limit myself to a daily max. So I would say that my number one tip is to go to your doctor. My doctor has been amazing throughout this entire process. I see visiting my doctor as just one of the tools in my toolbox for this entire journey. As I said, it's hard to lose weight, so you have to have people on your side. And you visiting a doctor or someone who can refer you to other medical professionals for other issues maybe you've experienced. So for instance, one of my issues that I've been dealing with is swelling in my legs. So I was sent to a specialist for that. So I do have a diagnosis of lymphedema and lipedema for that situation. I've also been diagnosed with chronic venous insufficiency from the same specialist. And we've been working on that and tracking those changes as well. And then also, don't be afraid to step on the scale. The scale is simply a tool to help you track your progress. I'm a numbers person. I love to see the numbers. If I could get my blood work done every single month, I would. Unfortunately, my health insurance doesn't allow that. My health insurance will only cover it every 90 days. So every 3 months, I go and get my blood work done. And I've done some other things to help track more numbers for me because I like seeing the numbers. One of those is I bought this home A1C test kit, so that way I can check my hemoglobin A1C every single month. I also track my blood sugars almost every day and my ketones. I don't test those every single day, but I go through periods of time where I might test it every day for a couple of weeks, and then I don't test it for another couple of weeks. Again, it's just a way for me to keep track of the numbers. Another thing I have is a blood pressure cuff. So mine, I can use it and it takes 3 measurements in a row, and then it gives me the average of those measurements. So again, for me, it's about the numbers and being able to see them and track those changes. So along with the videos or photos of myself, I also take physical tape measurements of my body. Again, for me, the more numbers I can see, the better, because all of these things are just tools to help you on your journey. And I don't think anyone should be afraid of going to a doctor or being afraid of stepping on a scale or, something. Even if you don't want to track those numbers yourself, go to the doctor, have the doctor weigh you. And if you don't want to know the number, ask them not to give you the number. That's fine. But don't tell them not to weigh you. If you don't know what your numbers are, you can't track the changes. So even if you don't want to know them, have somebody else document them for you and not share them with you if the numbers are triggering for you. They, for me, are a source of motivation. So I love to see the numbers. The more numbers I can see, the better and the more excited I get. So thank you so much for tuning in today's video. I appreciate you all so much. If you found any of this information helpful in any way, or if you think it might help someone else, please share this video. Don't forget to leave a comment below. Ask me any questions you might have. I am always happy to answer anyone's questions. And hit that like button. Let me know what you think of the video. And I look forward to seeing you in the next one.